Hello, I'm Michael Holt with Clackamas News Online. Let's take a look at what's new on campus. In recent news, our senior reporters, Gordon Christensen, Kendra Payne, and Matt Jonas, look into the nooks and crannies of ASG, the Associated Student Government, to discover what they do for the campus and where students lie on the issues of involvement and awareness of the organization. Here's Billy Wild with the inside look.
The Associated Student Government, better known as ASG, is the student-run governing body for Clackamas Community College. However, many students attending Clackamas are unclear about the responsibilities of ASG.
What do I know about ASG? That's a student government. It's run by students. They have a store. What do I know? Not much. Sad to say. I've been a student here for 3 years.
I've been a student here probably too long. Maybe 5 years. My name is Matthew Ostergren. What do I know about ASG? ASG is supposedly the student government. Their office is over there in the community center by the cafeteria. They have some involvement with new students coming in, showing around the campus. Otherwise, I really don't know what they do very well. I've read their constitution. It's not very clear, actually, to me.
What do I know about ASG? Not that much, actually. What does ASG stand for? I'm afraid I don't.
Clackamas News Online was granted the opportunity to speak with Alyssa Fava, the ASG president, about ASG and what they are doing for Clackamas students.
ASG is Associated Student Government, and basically we are the governing body over the student body of Clackamas Community College. We have expectations in regards to behavioral standards. Any student is eligible as long as they can meet a 2.75 GPA requirement. We look for people with no experience in leadership, people who have any position on student government receives a stipend. If you're a senator or an officer, our Monday leadership class where you get 2 elective credits. ASG sponsors a myriad of events, a lot of community service opportunities, a lot of community partnerships. We also try and host events that benefit students. So right now we have our flower and balloon bouquet sale going on, and any money made from that goes directly into our child care grant. Really, the best way to help us is to use us. Ask a couple of questions, voice their concerns. We exist to serve the student body. We are servant leaders, and we welcome any students.
Not only is ASG willing to help students with their educational and curricular problems around campus, the helpful hand extends even further with the existence of the Cougar Cave and what they do for students.
The Associated Student Government hosts many events each year, such as the Jam and Barbecue and the Fashion Show. Some of the proceeds of these events go to benefit the new and improved Cougar Cave, formerly known as the Food and Clothes Closet.
ASG sponsors a myriad of events. We try to do fundraisers for our Cougar Cave, which is where students can receive free hygiene products, clothing items, and food items.
The Cougar Cave is a free resource for students. It's intended to just be a resource for those people who can't make ends meet.
Hair, sexy. Eyes, sexy. Clothes, sexy. I am too sexy. My car, sexy. I walk, sexy. I talk, sexy. I am too sexy. I am too sexy for my hair, too sexy for my eyes, too sexy for my clothes. I am just too sexy. My car, too sexy. I walk, too sexy. I talk, too sexy. I am just too sexy.
The Cougar Cave is a free resource for students that provides food, clothing, and hygiene products. And they can come in, right now we have some rules set up, but they can come in like 5 times per term and get whatever they need. We're in the process of renovating it because we received some money from a department on campus. And so we're looking at shelving, lighting, new tables, new fixtures, things that make it look like a store or like a clothing retail place. So it's more comfortable for students and so they don't feel like it's a charity or a handout, that they want to come here. And this event today was just to promote it and to let people know that it's here and that it's free and that it's for students. And so we also want it to be a resource for students so they can get information about other places they can go for either more food or more clothing or any other resource that they need. We also have hygiene products, so we have a lot of like miniature shampoo and conditioner bottles from like hotels and things. We have soaps. We've had a lot of toilet paper donated, which has gone really quick. We've also had socks and things, which have been a really big need as well. We also have like purses, we have some ties, we have shoes. Also we have food, which has been the biggest thing in our Cougar Cave. People mostly come in for that. We always screen what we get before we put it out, and if it's not, we don't think students will take it here. If it's not in the best condition, we always just send it to Goodwill or another charity.
With tight money and tighter schedules, transportation is always a puzzle on its own. Though mass transit is an omnipresent option to travel cheap, is it the best way to utilize an eco-friendly lifestyle? Here's Harley Jackson to help us answer that question.
There are numerous modes of transportation that students use to get to and from school. One of the most common is the Portland Tri-Med system. Clackamas CNO sat down with a couple students to hear what they think.
The thing I like about the bus the most is it's always reliable. You could always get on it. Well, how often do I take the bus? I take the bus once a day every week, going from Wilsonville to Oregon City, and then I go from Oregon City back to Wilsonville. So,
well, what I don't like about the bus is how it can get overcrowded. Overcrowding on the bus is really no fun as a passenger.
Normally what I do to pass the time is play the lottery tickets.
Pass the time, I generally text, or if somebody feels like talking, engage in conversation. But other than that, there's not many options.
I have been riding the bus for 7 months.
We were fortunate enough to get an interview with one of the many bus drivers, where we find out their job isn't as glamorous as you may think.
I've been driving Tri-Med buses since '92. I've been very fortunate. I've never been hit. I've never been spit on. Okay, because I believe in treating other people the way I like to be treated, and I try to remember that all the time. You know, you can't worry about a nickel here, a nickel there, because you're always getting people that'll put in extra 10 cents, or every time they buy day tickets, they put in $5. That's 5 rides, shorting you for a nickel. Why keep track of that? 14th and Everett, he tried to commit suicide. I stopped at the bus stop, picked up 2 passengers. As I was pulling away from the bus stop, he jumped underneath the back duals and was hoping I was going to run over him. I had to call the police. And we call that code 3, police, ambulance, because we don't know what happened to that. If it had been another 2 seconds because of where his foot was, I would have killed him. I mean, I would have ran right up, sucked his right leg into the duals, and his body would have just funneled between them, and I'd probably, wouldn't have been very pretty.
Whether you're a fan of the Tri-Med system or not, just remember, if you're in need of a ride, you can always catch the bus.
Thanks to Harley and the crew with the uncut look of the Tri-Med system. For Clackamas News Online, I'm Michael Holt, signing out. And remember, the grass is always greener on the Cougar side.